Okay, up to this point, we've gone over a bunch of math tools like the distributive property and combining like terms, but we haven't really solved for anything yet. We've done a lot of simplifying, so you can think of it as you've learned how to use a hammer, you've learned how to use a screwdriver, but you haven't built anything yet. So now we're going to start building stuff, and as it relates to math, what that means is we're going to be solving for the unknown, or solving for the missing variable. You'll hear it worded like that sometimes. So if I have, for example, x plus 3 equals 13, this is not an expression anymore. This is an equation because we have an equal sign there. And we're going to do what we just wrote. We're going to solve for the unknown, or solve for the missing variable. Here's my variable. I don't know what x is. So there's two ways we can go about solving for this variable, or solving for x. The first way, or the first method, method 1, is we can just use mental math, and we can ask ourselves, what number plus 3 equals 13? So that's pretty easy. That's going to be 10. 10 plus 3 is 13, so that means x is equal to 10. Nothing wrong with using this way, or this method. It's pretty quick if you're strong with mental math. But as these problems get more and more complicated, we want to have a systematic approach, a set of steps that we can trust. So the second way, method number 2, is using algebra. And more specifically, we're going to undo everything being done to the variable. So if I rewrite this down here, x plus 3 equals 13. Well, what's happening to this x right here? Well, we're adding 3 to it. So how do I undo adding 3? Well, I subtract 3. So I'm going to subtract 3, and I'm going to do it on both sides, because whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side to balance things out. And so what's going to happen here, this plus 3 and this minus 3, they're going to cancel each other out. That's going to go to 0. And that's what we want, because we want to undo that plus 3. We want to have nothing there. So we'll have 0 there. So we'll have x plus 0 equals, and then this 13 minus 3, well, that's just 10. We don't have to write plus 0. I just wanted to put it there to remind you that that's what has just happened. We canceled out that plus 3 with the minus 3. So we don't have to write the plus 0, so we'll have x is equal to 10. And now we have a systematic approach to get the same answer that we got over here. If we want to check our work, we can plug this value back into the original equation. If I substitute this 10 for x up here, and go 10 plus 3 is equal to 13, well, I'll get 13 on both sides of the equation, and everything checks out, and my answer is right.